Sister Wives Season 19 Part 2 made its return from the mid-season break last night, April 20th. It is Monday, April 21st, and we're going to talk all about it. They began the episode in Louisiana where they left off, where David and Christine was helping Janelle move to North Carolina. Janelle had Truly in the truck, and David and Christine was driving the U-Haul. Okay, so while they were in the U-Haul, Christine and David, they was talking about, well, Christine more so than David, was saying that, I don't know, she just wants Janelle to find somebody. And she said, I mean, if she's happy right now, that's fine. But, you know, I'm just ready for her to find somebody because I'm more happier now. And I feel more independent now than I did in my previous relationship. She just wants Janelle to feel all the good things like she feels. She was talking about how Janelle was always independent and always like took trips. She said she would remember when they lived in Las Vegas and Janelle would just want to up and go somewhere, and she did. And then Janelle came in the confessional and said, well, I mean, I remember one time thinking to myself way back in the day that if I'm just going to sit around and wait on Kody, then I'm not going to have a life. So then David was talking about, yeah, because in polygamy, it's always like a competition. There's always arguments over petty things, because David does recall his sister, when she had sister wives, because David's sister lived polygamy. So he knows it very well firsthand from his sister's experience and being around it. Because he said he remembers hearing screaming and hollering. And it was his sister and her sister wife having an argument over who got the better stereo or whatever. Christine said, oh, that's absolutely true. Because I remember I'd be like, well, why does Robyn have the better couch? And why does Robyn have the better this? And why does Robyn have the better that? And then in come Dark Cloud Robyn in her confessional. I'm like, girl. She started talking about, well, why is everything always a competition? You shouldn't think of it that way. And I mean, it's like, y'all, it's kind of like they show them the scene and they're reacting to it in a confessional. And then she laughs and she's like, I mean, what are you, enemies? Oh, girl. Girl. First off, when her and Kody pop in and give any kind of advice or any kind of life experience about polygamy and talk about how it works, I'm over here like, neither one of you know how polygamy works. So how are you going to sit there on national television and let us know, no, it doesn't work that way. No, you two do not know how polygamy works. Apparently, Kody and Robyn. And then this gets so interesting to me. Christine was recalling a time where they was camping, because she said, look, Kody likes people around him to look nice, meaning makeup, hair in order. He used to pick out outfits. Oh, yes. So she said, I remember one time we was camping all as a family. Me and Janelle was over there just cooking and cleaning up after all these kids and everything. Meanwhile, Robyn was over there doing her makeup while camping. Her makeup. Number one, why the hell are you doing your makeup while camping? Okay? I'm asking, as a camper who has a camper at a yearly campsite, okay? Just got back from camping like literally a few hours ago. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? This makes no sense. When Christine was like, I mean, that was a lot of pressure just to look your best at all times. Let me tell you Robyn's excuse for this, for doing her makeup while camping. She said, well, I was pregnant and I stayed up all night the night before on my hands and knees throwing up outside of the tent. So I wanted to, look my best. And I'm like, girl, what? That didn't even make no sense. You was throwing up, so you decided to get up and do your makeup? What? And then Mary said, well, I do know that Kody likes everyone around him to look nice, but I never felt pressure. Christine said, God, no wonder why I was so insecure. I'm like, tell it, girl. Tell it. That will do it to you. Your own man buying you outfits just because he don't like what you got and he wants you to look nice at all times when you're around him in his presence. Okay. Back to Mary's bed and breakfast. Mary and Jen are talking. And Jen said, are you still getting those emails? And Mary's like, yeah, I've got a few emails from a guy who placed an order with my sister wife's closet on a piece of jewelry. He paid for it, never got it. So he's wanting his item. Y'all, whenever I'm hearing this, I'm like, woo! We just throwing Kody and Robyn all the way under the bus, and I am here for it. I'm here for it. So throwback to Robyn starting my sister wife's closet because, you know, that was her dream and her passion. Fast forward to today when Robyn said, well, it's been on pause and the cart is still active. So sometimes people will go order, you know, and I'm like, well, that is your fault, girl. Like, what? Go disable your whole website, dum-dum pop. Meanwhile, our faces is like Jen's. And then Jen's like, has she even responded? Mary says, no, she's, you know, ghosted me and ignored me again. And Jen said, this has been happening since before the COVID. Okay, they started the COVID conversation because Mary's like, I just want to see her kids, you know. I don't understand why I followed all the rules even during the COVID and I still couldn't see her or her kids. Said that she would text her and call her to see the kids and she wouldn't. Then in pops this one right here talking about, well, you know, Mary was doing a lot of traveling and stuff and, you know, it's just, it wasn't safe. Girl, bye. None of y'all was vaccinated. But anyway, let's carry on. Back to Flagstaff. Look at here. Look at these girls eating their popsicles. I just cannot. But anyway, Kody is he's about to baptize Aurora. He is preparing to baptize Aurora. So they was talking about baptism in Mormonism, religion, things like that, in the FLDS, whatever. Shockingly enough, it's not that much different than baptism where I was baptized, okay? We got a bathtub in the church, and basically all it is you get up there in the bathtub, and they, you know, you hold your nose, they hold your nose, they say a prayer, and they baptize you, okay? They submerge you in the water, and then you come up. Y'all, this was kind of the same thing. Now, they did have a trough brought in. I guess it's New Age stuff. Robyn did say that everybody was cheering and, you know, excited. And she's looking around thinking, yeah, she's pretty cool. Kody said, you know, that he whispered something religious, basically, in her ear before he dunked her. And then off to Josephine's to eat after church, which is what a lot of folks do after church. Now, this right here, I'm like, okay, relatable family. Okay, relatable, go to church and then go eat. Now, back in Utah, Mary is just spilling all the beans, okay? She is holding Robyn all the way accountable. Now they're back to the COVID conversation. Even before COVID, she said, look, I even got that nice play set at my Flagstaff home for Robyn's kids to come over and play on. Meanwhile, Robyn didn't bring them over much. She said they didn't get together much at all. This was before the COVID. She's like, I mean, I would call and want, you know, to see the kids. And I think it's just because I'm not at a good spot with Robyn or Kody. So now they're punishing me and, you know, not seeing the kids. And I want you to notice when Robyn looks around at everything else but the camera when she's talking. Okay? You know what her excuse was? Well, I heard Mary was talking bad about me and trashing me to her friends in public, making fun of me. And it hurt. Why does Robyn do that? When people tell her things or try to hold her accountable and point out things she's done wrong, she will turn it around and twist it and make herself a victim every single time. Pay attention to her and other people like that. Stay away from people like that are always the victim in every situation. They do no wrong. It's always somebody else's fault. Anyway, back at Josephine's, Kody was talking to Aurora about how nice it was. Did she feel better? She said, it might sound crazy, but I do feel lighter. I'm just excited and happy. And then Kody brings up something about, do you think any day will ever top this and this feeling and blah, blah, blah. And then she brings up her wedding, probably will. He's like, oh, you think so? You think your wedding vows will make you feel good? Here, insert Brianna. I don't know what was going on. This girl was very vocal. She's like, oh, yeah, she is going to marry someone that makes her feel good. You don't think she will? Y'all, it was a lot. I was over here like, what has happened? Shy, demure, and quiet Brianna has, I'm talking, popped on out, talking, laughing, trying to crack jokes. I don't know. Y'all, it was a very different than what we've seen. I will say that. And then Robyn just cackles. She thinks it's just hilarious because, her daughters and her kids are the best. Kody says, well, this is all the kids see is, us like, no. And they're like this. They're like, aw, because I love their mom. I'm just so infatuated with the Robyn. I love her. And then insert the soulmate talk. He said, well, I never called you my soulmate, or did I? She said, oh, no, you mocked the word. You mocked the word. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, no, it's fine. I said it once, but it was a mistake. I was wrong. Girl, here we go again. Janelle took Christine and David and Maddie and Caleb. They all went on a tour. They met the realtor there at the new property in North Carolina. When she compared it to Coyote Pass, I was thinking, let's not do that. Because she was saying where, they didn't do nothing with the land over in Coyote Pass. That's going to be much different. It's going to be the opposite as her land. They're going to do something with it. The new land now called Tata Farms. I'm thinking, don't be doing it. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Let's not compare. Because here we are, over a year after they've done bought this land. And guess what? Still nothing's been done. But anyway, I'm just saying, things take some time. I'm just saying. They used the excuse about permits on Coyote Pass. Now, ironically enough, Maddie's using the excuse about permits as the holdup. I'm telling you, that's why you don't speak things like comparing, kind of like being catty and making fun that's what'll happen. But anyway, next time on Sister Wives is when Janelle and Mary meet up on Coyote Pass to discuss the future and things, and Mary's talking about how she's scared Kody gonna do something basically, and she's like, he ain't gonna do nothing. That's what Janelle's saying. Then Kody and Robyn go on a nice little date night where Robyn's like, are you sure? I don't know if I'm gonna be enough for Kody because he's always had wives. Are you sure you're not gonna want to have another wife? Are you sure I'm gonna make you fulfilled and happy? And then Cody's like, but this is a loaded question. Oh yeah. We already know Kody loves his boo-boo Robyn. And then I'm gonna tell y'all something. Mary and Janelle and Christine, they holding them all the way accountable, okay? They talking all about it. Throwing them all the way under the bus. Kody and Robyn, that is. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. Last night was piping hot. Did y'all enjoy? I did. Be sure you thumbs up and share this video. Share this recap. I really would appreciate it. If you're new here, I hope you hit the subscribe button below this video and click that notification bell beside subscribe. Make sure it's set to all so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I got a lot coming up this week, so you want to stay tuned very closely to this channel. I got a few teasers coming up for the upcoming episode that airs this coming up Sunday, April 27th, exclusively on TLC at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, you want to stay tuned to this channel. I got it all coming up all week long. I love you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video or in the comments below.